I'm Annika, otherwise known as Nunu. I used to live in Cobargo, down the south coast, southern New South Wales. Earlier this year I lost my house in the fires. It's been a pretty rough year. That was the beginning of it. That was followed by a pretty devastating heartbreak, which was also followed by some health issues, which was pretty much related to mental health. I'm pretty passionate about mental health as a topic. I think it's really important, especially during these times of forced isolation, that it can be really challenging for some people to be isolated. Dean has properly taken me under his wing since last year, and I've been working for him pretty much full time. And especially after the fires, he really took me in and gave me somewhere to be, which was really important for me because I had nowhere else to be. I'm just really excited to be here. I've been looking forward to this for so long. It feels like an absolute blessing. It feels like a real reward for a really challenging year. So really happy to be here.
It's actually a double rainbow! Come out!
So I've made the decision, difficult decision, but the right decision to go back home. I've actually been experiencing a really tough time lately, mental health wise, and this time it just wasn't completely aligned for me, and it's not really pleasant being on a boat, having anxiety, which perpetuates seasickness, and the cycle continues.
It's really sad to see Deanne going. I feel really sad, but I also really understand because it's a really intense environment to be in, especially when you've got a lot going on mentally. I can totally relate. Sad to see her go, but I really understand. I get it.
Good morning.
You know what you're doing today?
We're swimming with bitey things. There's alive knives, we call them.
Whoop.
You've got to be kidding. No, I don't like it.
I think we're trying to anchor somewhere so we can swim with the sharks.
Oh my god, you're kidding me. We're not going in. You're turning around, right?
And I have a feeling that somewhere is that way. There's a lot of waves and rocks over there.
This is Bushrangers Bay behind us. I've been here before, but in a 20-foot boat. Barefoot's 40 foot, and the bay feels really little.
Okay, we're turning around. Good.
Run for your life.
I'm gonna get in my tail and hope that they don't think I'm a big fish.
No, you're not going to make it down there with your mermaid tail. No way.
She might be looking like breakfast to them. They can take her and I'll be fine.
Free diving fins, weight belt, wetsuit, the full deal. Then you'll get down to these sharks.
Oh, there's something! What is it? Something surfacing.
Good breakfast?
There's a seal that just popped up next to Nunu in the dinghy. It could be her friend from all the way back at Jarvis Bay, but he's just hanging around us right at the back here. He's right below the boat.
Such a meditative sport. You really get to kind of dive into the psyche. When you're free diving, you also get to kind of zone out and just tune in to what's going on internally, because you realize that you are in control of your ability only through your capacity to control what's happening in your mind. And it's so much more fantastic when you get to interact with sea life, and they just love interacting with you and are so curious, and you see these huge eyeballs following you, and you realize how small you are as a person and how small you are on the earth.
I just swam with sharks for the first time.
It was so beautiful. It was pretty hard to see at first. It was really murky. As soon as Dean went down, we lost him. We just saw the trail of bubbles.
I didn't have any scary moments for the most part. I just kind of floated. I did dive down and one came straight at me and almost felt his tail brushing my tummy. I just kind of laid there.
I just swam with sharks. I just swam with sharks.
There was one or two moments, two of them cracked their tails at me.
I just swam with sharks.
One was a little bit bigger,
I just swam with sharks.
but the second one was just a baby. But I was quite close to him, so he cracked his tail in my face and it just startled me and I blew bubbles.
When my dad first started making films, and actually what he first became famous for was shark hunting.
Like the hunting animals on land, the shark dares to dispute man's superiority in his territory.
He would actually go out and hunt and kill these grey nurse sharks because back then everyone thought they were man-eaters.
And then other divers followed and it became a sport and almost put the grey nurse into extinction.
But we know now, they didn't know then, that grey nurse are pretty much harmless to us. It's now kind of come full circle. The last time I was at Bushranger Bay, we were actually there to rescue a shark. I was there with Sea Life Sydney Aquarium and we went down and they were able to capture one of the grey nurse that had a set of gang hooks in her mouth. They were able to capture her, bring her to the surface and get her up on a boat where a vet was able to operate and remove those hooks, give her some antibiotics and they released her. This trip has given me an opportunity to get back in there and look for her. And I found her. She was looking healthy and happy. You could see the little bit of scarring from the hooks, but other than that, she looks absolutely healthy and it's so amazing that we're able to be a part of that and know that we're able to help this endangered species. If you're enjoying these films and you're escaping into isolation with us, please subscribe, follow, and send us some comments. We'd love to hear your questions. We'd love to hear your stories of what your isolation is like. I'll see you on our next Escape into Isolation.
Hang on. There's an alarm going off.
The boat just took off in a different direction then, because I can't get the autopilot to engage at all.
Whoa. Let's just take a moment, shall we? There's too many intense things happening all the time. Let's take a moment for ourselves now. You, me, and the sunset. Let's end this episode with this beautiful sunset.